10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. Tiny.
Welcome back, everyone. It is our last game of our last series of the day. The winner of this goes on to face Secret. The loser goes down to play EG. A difficult spot for both teams, as they have one game separating them from those scenarios, but it is Kinguin against Fnatic. The series so far has been pretty interesting.
Yeah, I gotta say, for the second series, MVP definitely.
Warlock.
Don't you have to agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, we have a Warlock. Milan just messaged me on Facebook telling me that there's a Warlock pick in Optic game. We had a little chat and discussion on like
5 seconds remaining.
Is nothing here. And there it is again.
The Bonds is a wonderful spell. Oh, gets you through laning stage with Shadow Word. A big ulti, got a big turnaround. Golfing, but Fatal Bond. Really, two big stars of the Warlock show. Kinguin start things off differently this time with the Omni Band. You can't have that, obviously. Partos, and also with the Lone Druid Band, it does remove a lot of their strat built around that attack speed build up. So Abaddon, a little bit out of the picture there. They go for the Tiny this time. Partos really did perform very well with when Kinguin were kind of rising from, you know, tier 3, tier 2 to that kind of tier 1.5. Fnatic though, Clockwork. You know, you're mentioning Warlock's kind of a forgotten hero. I feel like Clockwork has really slipped off the deep end in the draft recently.
This doesn't look like a good Clockwork game to start with. Tiny can toss him out of the cogs, Rubik can lift him out. Well, usually when you pick Clockwork is when you have a good combo with it, and when they have heroes that can't do anything, can fly over like Earth Spirit. You want to have those heroes that have no escape. Some good kills on.
Really, definitely allowed to go in towards those heroes you talk. Parablade ban from Kinguin, followed by the Abaddon. Still going to get removed here. Fnatic a little bit afraid what Partos can do when he's got that Helm of the Dominator. Very, very quick reactions.
5 seconds remaining.
Cool. What they're going to be angling towards here.
They might ban Prophet as well. Really good against the Clockwork. Not really threatened by a Warlock in the laning stage.
The last time that Fnatic picked Clock Warlock as their opener was up against Geek Fam, and they in fact lost that game. They had Clock Warlock, SF, Legion, and Chantress. They had the Clock SF, a little quick to play with the little souls, but
not as strong as it was before because the Shadowfiend level 1 soul cap is reduced.
12 now, right?
Yeah, instead of...
They've run Clock Warlock a fair number of times. beating the Indonesian Boom ID squad with Warlock Beastmaster, DP. There's just, it looks like this is just an opener. They're like, you know, Piladar and the Warlock. The Universe. The draft progresses. DK, Nisha's big hero removed, and Abed will not have his Tinker this time around. Start to see
10 seconds
progresses. Phantom Lance is still in the pool there for both of these squads, right?
5 seconds
Decent
remaining.
pick up for either one. Doppelganger to get out of Cogs, but now the Tidehunter comes in. So 4-roll Clockwork is looking like dealing with here.
Tidehunter, they picked in game number 1 natural pipe carrier, really good against the tiny vibe. The
10 seconds
his team
remaining.
survivability. 2 big ultis side of Fnatic so far, Ravage
5
and
seconds remaining.
Golem, and the good spells to steal.
He does, right? If he can steal Fatal Bonds or, you know, saying one of these big ultis. Play with. Rush the Aghanim Scepter. Kinguin in this spot. 9 times out of 10 they pick up Ellis Ash's hero, a Bane, a Witch Doctor. The
Yeah, Witch Doctor, no surprise there. Maledict in the laning stage, also good. Not too bad against the Clockwork. Reinitiate if he goes in. Cogs.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess you've got Voodoo Restoration to try and deal with Batteries or a word if they use heal and sustain there. Deal with Fnatic's damage sources, but Clockwork feels like they need I don't know, in my mind they need that hero that brings it all together, whether it be, you know, a synergy hero to try and make use of the Warlock and the Tide ultis. You know, you think of the Puck with the Dream Coil to kind of grab everyone, or a hero that pushes towers super hard. In fact, it will be neither of those, and Outworld Devourer comes. Interesting sort of point of the draft to pick that OD.
Hero that scales really well. Sometimes they love to run it safe. Lane has been save. Venge, that's carry Venge.
In my mind, the OD feels more of a block pick, or at least that's a big element of it. Make sure that you have the OD. They don't have that OD against the Tide, against Clockwork with 4 staffs.
10 seconds
Venge
remaining.
carry, you mentioned there, so Tiny likely the off lane for Pathos has
5 seconds remaining.
passed. Nisha Venge. The event.
What do they want to have against OD? Maybe a sniper, maybe a Viper as well. Couldn't be
Dire team
a good
back.
pick.
Viper Sniper.
I don't have gap closers for sniper besides Clockwork, but sniper build, then I mean he always goes Hurricane Pike 1 point, so
10
Clockwork
seconds
that much,
remaining.
plus they have a couple of saves inside of already
5 seconds
Venge, but
remaining.
I like the way you sounded foreign.
because I am.
Sounds exotic. Hurricane Pipe. Broodmother, we've got that little sticky on our monitors. Broodmother, is that a red flag for you here for either of these teams?
Now they have a Tidehunter, which is a really good hero against the Broodmother, so I think Kinguin will pick it.
What about the other side? Fnatic. The Broodmother in. Do they want to?
Not necessarily. Against the Tiny.
No ban for Kinguin.
They need a safe lane. Probably for Fnatic.
EL, an illusion hero. They don't have much clear at all outside of Tiny is there, but difficult to keep the tree going.
They have a last pick. Kinguin picks. They can maybe counter it. Do they pick some hunting against the OD?
Hyper bad.
Radiant team.
Kinguin must have seen Eternal Envy with the Helm of the Dominator, the Aghanim Scepter, and
So
that
it's,
comes a Beast Man.
mid Tiny, off lane Beast, safe lane Venge.
The Voras, lots of kind of mid-game power, tons of magic damage in the early game as well to bring it down. Seems pretty single target, but you'll be able to spread those single target heroes across a number of pickoffs potentially. Though, as Eternal Envy will grab himself the Gyrocopter to round out their own draft. A hero that we've talked about for the past 2 days, like non-stop, and it just all the way through final pick for now. Good amount of AoE, good amount of laning power. I'm not sure how well he's going to do up against Beastmaster, with Vengeful Spirit roaming around. We've seen Kinguin with his carry Venge, level 5 even, smoking and ganking and killing people off with Magic Missile.
Yeah, Kinguin does not have any big cooldown, so they can fight all. And they have a really good Roche lineup. They could play around Fnatic's cooldowns. Two big set of Tide and Warlock. They seem squishy. Venge needs a lot of farm. She needs one more item than what the usual carry does. And you have Witch Doctor and Rubik, pretty squishy. And on side of Fnatic, like you have all these heroes that needs to be focused, and they're quite tanky.
I guess the good thing is Venge, Tiny, even Beastmaster to some, they don't really care about clock swap. They've got Toss, Wars, and Hawks to pop up and out. Telekinesis from Rubik. So at the very least, all of these heroes are going to be pretty self-sustaining and not going to map. But then you worry about the Rubik and the Witch Doctor, who maybe will. Circumstances.
So we're going to have OD on a mid with the Ring of Vassy, which gives him damage. We had this discussion before. He can turn it on and off to try to up with the last hits from enemy hero. I don't think it's gonna work against Blade, so he hits like a truck. 24
and
plus
tree grab.
7, 80. That's damage. Not get a last hit.
Yeah. I have not seen this many mangoes. Many moves. Double mango EE. Abed and DJ dodge the mangoes, and so does Paladai, but double mango universe making up for that scenario. Elisash, double mango on the Witch Doctor. Well, Katzel with 1. Dr. and Patos with 1 each as well. The mangoes floating around here. So Venge, Witch Doctor top lane, safe lane duo there as Katzel will way up. Can help Nisha for a little bit in that mid lane, but it's so far being scouted by this good Radiant Observer ward. I do wonder if they know about the dire one that came a little bit later. Die looking to secure 1 rune. Fnatic very, very passive. Sitting all the way back close to their tier 1s, getting these creep blocks off, making sure their laning stage is going to go well, but they do give away that 1 extra bounty rune here to the Beastmaster. Up against the Tide Hunter. Melee against melee. Usually Tide comes out on top, but with the new Actus build, I don't know how easy this is going to be for him.
Still Tide Hunter as an upper. 3 with level 2 Kraken Shell. Master is running away.
They didn't know about the Tide being bottom lane. It looks like they want to shift Frost, but oh dear, as they're moving down, Fnatic will also swing across. Paladai down here to loot some experience. Tide running top lane, and we've got Gyro spinning and barrel rolling all the way.
And Gyro wants to keep a TP. He can TP back if they swap the lanes. Staying one step ahead. What are you laughing about?
Okay, so Patos, he sees the Tide. He pings the Tide. He's like, guys, shit, we need to sort our lanes out. So they run 2 people from Kinguin, top down towards bottom lane.
Gyro's back.
They don't use TPs. And then they realize Gyro has moved with the Warlock, so they start running back up top, not using TPs still. Gyrocopter still not using a TP, but 0 experience. They're just running back and forth, showing the middle lane the finger every time they pass by or something. Like Tiny 7-3 is having a grand old time in this mid lane, but it looks like things will finally settle down as we've got tri-lane against dual lane up at top. Kinguin with a tri, Fnatic with a duo, down at bottom, Patos in a 1v2 against PLD and Universe. Of course, Nisha mid.
Warlock is almost level 3 from all that swapping, and has a TP ready in a couple of seconds. TP backed off.
Cancel. Trees. Lift up quickly onto Eternal Envy with the cask ready to go, but a cog push back from DJ secures the safety of the gyro. Takes a big chunk of damage though.
They should use a flask move.
I have one. Yeah, that's all right. Onto it for now, but here comes Pylai.
He's gonna reach. Needs one more creep to get to level 3. Doesn't want to wait.
Healing there onto Eternal Envy. Cancel with a mango. Magic missile start. Lift to follow. EE dragged into the cask, but there's no additional damage coming through. There's no Maledicts popping an exotic deer inside the cogs. He's going to get the faithful bonds applied to him, but it's just a bit of a back and forth there between the two squads. Try on try action, and nobody will die.
Sadly, Gyro was only level 1. Still is. He can't do anything with Black Cannon.
Just look at the CS.
Gyro 2 CS.
Tiny 15-9, Tidehunter 12-1, and then everyone else is just not hitting creeps. No one else. 7 CS on an OD.
This is gonna be a really big combo during the mid-game fights. Black Canyon plus Warlock Fatal Bonds.
It's gonna be huge. I mean, even with the OD, right? Having that Santi's Eclipse, if he steals enough in, that spread damage is monumental. Universe continues his lane domination now, 16-1. Atos, a few difficulties, but now with one, the Stout, a quelling. Fairy Fire to hold his own for a little longer, and 5 minutes trying to come back up. Mid lane having an amazing time, the OD, right? It's a natural 1v1 since everyone else is talking about being busy swapping lanes. So Nisha sitting at level 5, denying out a ton here, and he's a full level ahead of the OD at this point. Struggles, but you know, not dying, not being harassed himself, is able to kind of naturally stay in the lane without too many difficulties.
It's really hard. The last hit in 1 response. Tiny. He can deny, harass, and kill creeps with just 1 hit. Pretty insane. Tidehunter will get a lot of levels with the TP rotation. They can easily score.
Feels so weird here as Fnatic have no initiation stun, right? Whereas Katsuo here with a lift back, the power with 1 hit, the magic missile to follow through, and the damage will be finally good enough. Pylai, the slight overextension there. But that's the thing, this lane has cogs and battery assault. That's very good moving forward if you're aggressively able to position yourself, but they don't have anything to really counter-initiate efficiently with.
They have cogs, but they need to be not standing at their tower. Why Kinguin got the kill.
Talking about mangoes earlier, OD with a double mango comes out at long last. There, healed up by Pylai. Get Nisha with the avalanche. No mana for the toss though, unfortunately. 6 int stolen. Abed going for the 2-0-2. Classic against the melee hero in that mid 1v1. Astral, as you are pretty much guaranteed to get. Not lose too much more of this int. Needs to grab some trees. Plain exotic deer. A few magic missile with 6-1 charges. This maneuver from Fnatic closing in on that tier 1, yeah. They decided to back away. It was a little bit spooky there. Don't know exactly where the Rubik's hiding.
I don't think we're gonna see any kills on the bottom lane once they get level 6 on one of those. They should probably rotate and try to get a kill. Oh, Invis for Tiny.
How is Beastmaster level 6 for the Tide?
Because Beastmaster bounties and he was in the lane. They shared some extra Warlock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The Warlock was there for a little bit.
The lane swapping.
We'll now catch up a touch more. And is going to be a point where we have a quad versus quad lane top. Bring everyone in.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, we're gonna need rotation from an offlaner.
And he could just stay down here and pressure tower, maybe. Universe leaves.
Pretty static game so far. Only one kill. That might change.
Nice quick lift. Eternal Envy healed up with the Shadow Word. Exotic Deer can't break through. Could have maybe tangoed a couple of trees. For him, he says. Farming under the tower. Gyrocopter has been forced away. DJ now TPing bottom lane. It looks like they'll try and make a play onto Patos down here. Expected as Beastmaster. Through the trees, he's scouting for it. He feels that someone maybe maneuver down here and he'll back up and away. DJ has kept himself hidden though. I don't think Patos ever caught a glimpse of him. Moving towards the lane.
He just wanted to push out the lane with the phase boots. He has enough time to actually reach mid and use roar before Abed realizes that he's missing.
Because right now it's like, oh, Beastmaster's gone. Where is he? Oh, he's on. Oh no, he's on me now. Okay, well, yeah, nice, thanks. I'm dead. Abed gets slapped down. Sure. Finds that kill while top lane. Paladine EE nearly. Envy looks like they're pulling. In a very good position. 8 minutes in, they'll grab themselves a couple of bounty runes. How many at this shrine cost? Only 2?
Only 2, man. That
at least 3. Crowd going. Always want someone. Arcane rune, Abed, no astral. Denies it though. One with an Aquila as well. Swap their lanes around now, realizing that this Gyro needs to get some farm. 22 CS at 8.5 minutes, not really what you're aiming for. And Kinguin, they've been holding their TPs for a while, finally get to use them as they swing down towards bottom to match up with that lane. Patos top.
They're already bottom. They swapped again. The problem is that they were sharing a lot of XP and the Gyro didn't have any XP at the start, so he's only level 4 right now.
One of those games. The dire scan.
Toss back on a mid.
Abed dead to tower. Looks like it. Is that a toss into lift?
Yep.
Sad I missed that. I've been talking about it for freaking ages. And the one time it actually happens, I don't catch it. We'll see it next. Yeah, the premise there. Toss back into the Rubik, lift back into the tower. Easy pickings onto Abed. Let's pick up a point in Astral, but unable to save himself. Toss now up against the Tide and the Warlock, but Elisash here with the 2 points in cask could find a kill onto Gyro. DJ's trying to lurk in the side and create that fear factor off. Sash Witch Doctor stunned to start things off with a magic missile. Cask and Maldic to follow. Trapped inside the cogs, DJ will maneuver himself out. Away from danger as Highlight Die up at top lane. Was that Die?
Yeah, he was standing next to Tide Hunter and Tide didn't want to use the Ravage. They could have gotten a return kill and the Pi wouldn't die. But then he wouldn't.
Patos what? With a roar? But
yeah.
Level 4 axes, okay.
4 axes with Medallion.
Plays now Helm of the Dominator well on its way for the Beastmaster.
Gonna be double Helm of the building one, so it's gonna be 3 extra free Beastmaster.
Gonna be huge. Nisha trying to get the Shadow Blade. Seems to prefer that over the Blinkers top lane. Patos, he's trying to sprint away with the phase boots, but get hit by the Battery Assault under that tier 1. Pick there, Universe finally getting Fnatic up on the board, but bottom lane, Eternal Envy. He wants to farm these creeps. He has no way to cut through the trees, no tangos, no quelling, but a TP from Tide holding that Ravage. Keep Exotic Deer and Elisash away from the Gyro. Looks like Universe has the full mech done now. Recipe back in the base if he wants to pick that one up. Kinguin, TP top lane. Hey, Tide is TP'd here, guys. We want to get out.
They immediately TP top and the smoke. They want to get a kill on Clockwork, who does not have a hook. They should farm up with the bench. Gyro, only level 5 so far. Has enough gold to buy phase boots. Considering that they have an OD and the Gyro, who's full axe levels and farm, they need Clockwork to be as active as possible and Tide Hunt to play around these two heroes and need to get Warlock to level 5, so they can just team fight.
Oh, Radiant's Courier slain there with a mech recipe on it, down for a while. Now the steal of the Shadow Word is there for Rubik. Level 3, Katzel can put it on himself and will do so. Pushed back by the cogs, the damage from the OD, a little too much though. Fnatic lose their Courier and lose their mech, only getting a Rubik in exchange. That's honestly a huge piece of the puzzle there for Fnatic. You're talking about it, right? This Tide is kind of the linchpin. He's the key hero, a centerpiece of this Fnatic draft right now. You need to play around the Ravage, around the mech. And he's the guy that can push you, propel you towards these tier 1 takedowns. But without that mech, he feels infinitely less.
Every time they see a Tide Hunter, they just run away, TP away from him. So they don't want to take a fight. Because they know Gyro can't fight. He's level 6. That helps him deal some damage. That gives him a team fight potential.
It really is just LSH saying, chase the Gyro, chase the turn lane. Tiny's slaying mid lane. He's got a DD rune now. The tower is gone. OD farm is the pick up, but Abed has definitely struggled the first 12, 13 minutes here. Top 3 net worth, all dire heroes. Kinguin, good 4,000 net worth lead, but this is what we expect. Early game lead for an early game team with an early game draft. Beastmaster, Venge with the auras. They'll start to look towards Roshan after maybe the next team fight win potentially as the hook shot onto the Dark Troll. Interesting maneuver as the Chaotic Offering will come through, but the Deathwood back now stolen. It's a flat cannon from Katzel. Exotic Deer looks like he might just die here, but the Deathwood keeps going. Illisash chase back away. 1 for 1 now is going to be a 2 for as the Witch Doctor falls. Kinguin get caught by the combo a little bit there.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4 ultis actually casted, but this combo is going to be a problem. Shadowblade at Tiny, can't find anyone.
Now, he appears up, Katzel still dies. Nisha in the middle of 3, getting kited a little bit. Has a toss ready, trying to take down Twilight Die, but the Golem's going. Eternal Envy in on top with a Ravage to go. Oh, but he's got that status resistance. Hey, they've got the Venge arriving with a swap available. In goes the Howl. They're looking for Envy. There's the Maledict. Raindrops pop, but Nisha gonna take down Twilight Die if he chases forward, but he won't actually get in there with DJ Cogs ready. This is looking decent for Fnatic. Battery assault forward, and the Witch Doctor's gonna die again.
He's gonna die from Fatal Bond.
Losing too many. Katzel, what's he stolen? Nice little gush is going to be thrown into the clockwork there, but Fnatic coming in with every ulti. Start with a hook shot, the cooldown, Chaotic Offering, then the delay, the wait for the reset. Kinguin TP in, but the Ravage on Tiny. Able to move themselves into a good spot there. Fnatic now down to bottom. Eternal Envy will not catch Patos. Homing Missile will go and donk him, but trying to run away.
Patos is the most fought hero in the game, level 12, getting close to Necro Book 1 with some of the Dominator phase boots. He should be more active in these fights.
Yeah, he wasn't present up at top lane, was he?
I always loved the Vombo combos in Dota. I just hope this game prolongs how effective it is. It's level 3 Fatal Bonds. Imagine just getting a Rocket Barrage, Black Canyon, Warlock Golem, that Witch Doctor, plus let's say level 4 Rocket Flare. All that damage shared is gonna be a lot. He's also going for
how about an OD
Itis on the wall.
Oh, hello, hook shot in. They've not only found a solo kill, DJ takes down the Witch Doctor without using hook shot. This allows them to go in onto Patos with the upheaval there. You just can't move. Fnatic, they have really their groove at this moment in time. Looking good. Kinguin losing a bit of momentum. The D-ward out a touch. But I mean, imagine Fatal Bonds with an OD, right? Stealing, 30, 40, 70 intelligence, and then Sanity's Eclipse.
Calm down, Jerry. That's not gonna...
Dummy, please. Of course it can. It's Abed. He's going to blink in, Hurricane Pike out, get a free couple of hits onto Nisha, then he's going to destroy the Warlock and the Witch Doctor.
The problem is that Tiny picked up a Shadowblade and did not find any openings. Found a kill, but died in a top lane. And now they're kind of playing from behind, even though they are ahead 2,000.
So they're playing into the ultis again.
Yeah, they have everything ready.
All set up, and they hold the high ground. Eternal Envy farming creeps. Radiant scan looking for anyone invis, sneakily hunting around. There is no one there. EE will pay for now. It's so tempting. Elisash, yeah, it really is tempting, hey. He walks forward looking to try and maybe just get a sneaky observable down, but Fnatic really reading the map very well. Elisash, homing missile level 2 will come through, and so will DJ with that hook shot in. Another kill for Universe on a mega kill streak, unkilled 5-0-2.
The split push coming out from these two heroes. I mean, just the Beastmaster. They need something to deal with that split push. Tide will try to TP, but got a cask. Cancel the TP. Tiny with a blink dagger now, which will give him more mobility. In team fights, he should be the one trying to find the Warlock. Even though Warlock is so tanky, 1.1k with no stat.
Yeah. Tiny with the blink and the shadow blade though. Very often we see players go for one or the other because Tiny often, you know, gets kind of slot starved later on. You've got that redundancy of the same items in the kind of slot. Why not an Echo Saber or something? Is it just to do with hunting down the Warlock, like you say?
He wants to be mobile, he wants backlines. I memean, he can kill the Warlock, he can also kill Gyro, who's not does not have that much, 1.2k. Roche, the ultis are up, do they know? Yeah, they're scouted by a rocket. It's going down pretty quickly.
You see Elisash there with a sentry. Dust forward, they'll kill the Witch Doctor, it looks like. Eternal Envy commits for it, but Roshan down and out. He just picked up by Nisha. Where's DJ? Hook shot on cooldown, so I don't know what he landed it into. Maybe the Dark Troll got in the way. They unable to get into the pit.
Surprised they didn't take the fight. They were actually chasing Witch Doctor. Bait there. He was just buying time for his team. Egg is picked up by a Tiny. They're gonna have a hard time. You saw that status. Even level 1. When Tidehunter used ulti on him. Feels like it.
No, it's like he's up in the air and then as soon as he lands he's fine, right? There's no like additional stun.
Something's not right.
Something is very wonky. This Beastmaster, you talked about how farmed he is, has slipped a little bit in the ranking, 7.6k, but with the Necro 1 done, in a pretty good position when he's trapped in the cogs or he's chased down just to pop out these nice little summons with a roar to go in. Pickoffs, potentially Abed is going to be that one hero, but able to catch the good 4 staff away. Assad, crushed away by Universe. How are we looking level-wise? Level 14 on Universe. That seems relatively high, yeah. Second highest in the game, along with the Beastmaster. Tiny. 15. Damage, the talent taken by him, but he's spotted by a sentry moving across. There's one melee creep who decides to give up on the chase. He's only 3 days from retirement, and he's dead.
Tidehunter picked up the Blink Dagger, so that's their reinitiation they want, even though they have Warlock ulti, but I think Warlock wanted to take a fight at Roche Pit, but the Dark Lord winner on him and he couldn't get.
Hey, Witch Doctor. Where you going?
Yeah, Witch Doctor is...
and TP home. TP mid, very clever. So he sets up some good observer wards across. Again, a nice little block of vision here for Kinguin. Down the sides, hook shot.
Nice.
Is that a blind one as well? As he was invis on Nisha. They don't have a reveal with them, but Nisha will be able to blink and jump away. Capsule will give his life for it. They buy the Rubik there, just getting into action. Capitalize Tiny's aggressive play.
Full pike on OD, so they're gonna need to focus OD so much counter initiation on Clockwork, Ravage, Blink and Ravage. They have Rock from Warlock, also Pike and Astral from OD. So it'll be really hard to burst someone.
Well, of course, really the only thing that Katsuo can steal from Abed. That. Lane's pushing in on the Radiant side, though. Exotic Deer top with a counterbolt. Good work. Up in towards the tier 2. the two supports behind him, there is the potential of a fight here. Or maybe just the supports run into the mix and give their lives to keep Revenge away from danger. There's a full Hurricane Pike now for Exotic Deer. 5k on the net worth there. Pretty good, but you've got to say OD and Gyro catching up very nicely themselves, and there we'll have it. Katzor will just stand there and take his punishment. Find that kill, but they got the Vengeful Spirit out of game.
Yeah, pretty much everything Fnatic is building right now is a Witch Doctor who's position and pretty good for Kinguin because they're farming their items. Tiny getting close. S and Y, Venge, we mentioned, farmed enough with full Pike, Dominator, Power Grid.
The past 4 kills, pretty much 5 only got Rubik past 7-8 minutes. Well, don't give your life away like that, buddy. Dies out to the OD. Sash, oh, is that? Yes, that's in. That is definitely in. Finds the Obs Ward as well. But now we have the OD combo. Blink Hurricane Pike. Abed, he's ready.
Tiny has no mana.
Does have ages for what, 30 seconds? 20 seconds? Nisha goes in to try and fight, maybe bait something out. The kill on Pylai Die was instant. His corpse underneath the OD as he 4 stabs away. Nisha very swiftly finding that one. In the meantime, DJ Universe find the pick off onto the Beastmaster. Nisha's still sticking around here with Aegis expiring.
5 seconds for Aegis.
Seconds. Grabs a tree, needs the Shadow Blade away from danger. Around here, needs the regen, he needs the Aegis to start kicking in. There we go. Now do you go forward? Abed left alone. Avalanche toss over onto the OD. There's the Hurricane Pike. No on the blink away. Another blink now. Jumping forward. Katzor
dodges the
gush. Everything really so tight here from these squads, but Ravage is still up. Hookshot's ready in 11 seconds.
We didn't see a real team fight. I guess Kinguin does not want to take fight into Ravage and Rock. So just gonna build up, get that Necro 3, and be kind of too deep, especially against the Tiny who's level 18 now, level 3 status resist.
He was all alone. Absolutely.
Oh, look at the
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Lift up. Stun there. DJ hookshot forward. Will catch Katzor with the battery assault as well. Abed still up on the high ground with the toss forward. Universe could get a roar, but they've got a good catch onto Abed there. Not dead just yet. Gets the Astral off now to swap out. Nisha kept alive by the Vengeful Spirit. Pathos looking to fall. Abed with the 76 clips nearly kills Nisha, but it's not quite enough. Gets ward up on the high ground, spamming down a little blinking projectiles onto Universe, but these are tanky guys. Tide and Clockwork don't care too much. It doesn't do much damage to them.
What was that? Why was he even on the high ground? Trying to kill a ward?
I don't know. I think maybe they saw the Rubik coming and he wanted to be sneaky.
Attack from the high ground. Well, you actually deal more. They should implement that you deal more damage when you're attacking from a high ground.
But you did get a 10% high ground buff on your right clicks, yeah?
If you get the missed chance when you're attacking from downhill, imagine throwing a rock from a mountain. How much that hurt.
True. Until it reaches terminal velocity.
Alright, Einstein.
We don't have science though, dude. We have random shit that happens just because.
This is a good pickup on DJ. Crimson Guard, mitigate a lot of right-click damage from all the auras that they benefit from. Witch Doctor ulti, Tiny as well. It gives him tank level in the front line, especially when he reaches level 15 with that extra strength.
I don't know why, but when you said DJ, I clicked on the Warlock and I was like, what's he buying? He's got gloves of haste here. Poor Pylai Die. He wanted Midas, right? He had Midas queued up. Looks like he's finished off the treads just to try and tank up a little more, but the push is coming in.
2 siege creeps. Look at the auras.
I mean, look at Rubik. The speed at which Rubik is attacking is just a huge indicator of what the hell is going on here.
Yeah, I want to see Catapult attacking with the Venge Aura.
Multi-catapult. Let's go. Well, tier 2. Easy pickings. And the defense of the tier 1 bottom by the Rubik. Verse. Get into action, but it's scouted by Hawk and Catapult. Witch Doctor left alone here. TP's out, but the damage is too much. Roshan, that's a very fast spawn. I think that's the fastest spawn. I checked it seconds ago and it said 10 seconds until can spawn. May spawn, and he's just like, no, I'm here. I'm definitely here.
What are we looking at? All the ult is on cooldown for a couple of seconds. 15 seconds for OD ulti, 15 for Warlock. Roche is being pinged out by Rubik. They have a lot of vision with all these creeps. Envy again getting caught. Same spot.
Alone again. He's trying to pull an ace, but he doesn't have the rest of the team ready and waiting for him, or shoving another lane and forcing action from Kinguin. So Patos says thank you for the free kill. Maybe now he's in trouble himself. The Ravage has been pushed out there. Stop the War Stomp in particular from the Centaur, and Abed will take down Patos. But in the meantime, he looks towards mid lane. The wave is shoved all the way into this tier 3, so you get that kill on Beastmaster. You lost the gyro to begin with, and you've got nothing to kind of convert into. There's no towers to take, no Roshan to bring down, and Kinguin not done just yet. They know Ravage is on cooldown for a couple of minutes here. Smash stolen by Katowice. Universe getting whacked around and beaten down with a magic missile, popping out the Kraken shell. He buys an extra second for himself, but his first death of the game goes over to the Rubik, in fact.
Yeah, nice play by Nisha. Back toss. They have enough time to kill it. The Roche is going to go down. I don't think they can contest it, especially since the type has no buyback. Even if it does, he has no Ravage ready. Level 20 on Tiny. He's going to have bleed all the time. Oh, faking it.
Doctor Elisash playing his special role that we all know and love. The hookshot does fly into the pit. Elisash baiting out Eternal Envy. There was the big old chaotic offering onto Capsule there. He's already popped the BKB. Buffalo in the thick of things here. Tiny has retreated. The Fnatic, even without all of their ultis, without the Ravage, they're still doing a good job here. Witch Doctor buys back. Eternal Envy dealing with some Ancients. A few problems. But like you were mentioning at the end of the draft, Kinguin ready to fight permanently. They don't need these ultis. And the fact now that Abed jumps in, snatches the Aegis, will lose his life.
And
but
Jesus,
he grabs it. Both of them, in fact. Exotic Deer now looking for the turnaround, but Abed will clear up the Venge. OD slams down on one
player.
Good cast. Bounces forward. Gyro dies. The Sash will try and survive, but Abed, I cannot believe so consistently he's able to steal these Aegis and Cheese combos.
He definitely has that clicker hack, whatever. Just kidding, man. That he always does that thing. He's getting close to a BKB as well. This is a game changer. Like if Kinguin got the Aegis on Tiny and Cheese on Venge, I think they would just go with 5 and threaten tier 3s.
Especially with all the ultis down, right? We were looking there with Ravage, Chaotic Offering, all on cooldown. Gotta wonder, Eternal Envy, I don't know if he has a chip on his shoulder about Elisash. I don't know if they had some words at the bar or something, but he keeps chasing this Witch Doctor down to the detriment of his team, it feels like. He's chasing and killing Witch Doctors, what, 2 or 3 times now? And every time the rest of his team is fighting the other 4 and they're missing out on the gyro damage.
Yeah, okay. Universe, we get a kill on Rubik. BKB is done, 10-second BKB on OD, plus gyro is getting away.
Guard now. For the clockwork.
3 big items gonna come up inside of Fnatic. On the other side, you don't have anything big coming. BKB on Tiny actually flying out with 2 BKBs.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Necro 3 isn't too far away for fun. The thing is here with Kinguin, they're so very good at split pushing, right? The Shadowblade Tiny and then obviously Beastmaster kind of naturally enables himself. That's a good hook shot in. Nisha, invis, but scouted, forced to BKB under his tier 1. The TP from Katsuo needs to be able to force and blink into battle to stop Tiny from dying, but it looks like the Glimmer Cape will be good enough for now.
Probably gonna need the gem sometime soon. Witch Doctor also getting 1 Glimmer, but they have a Shadow Blade, and the dust doesn't last that long on Tiny. Status was just hard to catch him.
Vision given with the rocket flare. Kinguin backing All the way up, regen some mana, it looks like. Defend the tier 2 at all costs. Leave the tier 1 to die. Not further in. That banner should have purging creeps.
Duration 5 seconds. 3 seconds for Ballad.
I think the crazy thing is it gets so much HP from Helm. Like 1500 HP creep like this. Oh, hello, DJ. Hook shot in onto Patos, popped his Necro. Pushed back a little bit, and they've got the OD damage coming in, but the Roar onto Abed. He's going to die before the cheese. The counter offering not enough to turn the tables. Now tied in the mix of things, but against BKBs, he can't ravage. He can't do anything, but he will survive a little bit longer until the Howl and the punch from Tiny. Now DJ swapped back into danger. Is there a toss? There is, but Nisha Battery Assault is causing him a few issues. The dust there to slow him down a little bit. And the Spirit Vessel reset to make sure that he can't just blink in. Nisha will give up on the little clockwork.
OD has a buyback Tidehunter as well. They might need the buyback. At least one of them needs a buyback. So unless they do, they're not going to back off.
They're not scared of Envy. Hook shot forward. They might be scared of this. There is the Tide buyback. Or staff out, Blink Ravage, Universe catches onto 3. The Fatal Bond's going to work with the Black Cannon as well. Exotic Deer, he's going to be the undoing of the rest of his team. The Rubik dies to the Bonds, and the Venge falls naturally to Eternal Envy. Buyback, but a great hook shot. We've got to say, Kinguin maybe with the poor positioning there, open themselves up for that situation to happen.
Yeah, that's true. They probably know that Tidehunter has a buyback because he has no items for a very long time besides the Force Staff. They're gonna force a couple of buybacks probably on Kinguin as well. Otherwise they're gonna lose the tier 3 and the rack.
Abed very far away. Make the long run in towards mid lane. Doesn't feel like Fnatic have a lot of building damage, but I guess they're kind of tanky enough with Crimson, with Spirit Vessel, and of course Universe is tied up on the front lines. Nisha, Abatos, Eternal Envy down to about half HP. They pop the Greaves and the Shadow Word. Fnatic going to run away without forcing any buybacks. A little bit disappointing.
I was meant to have this.
Abed made that long run from bottom lane towards the mid. He's out on some creeps.
Yeah, they thought they could pressure the tower. I thought as well. Both wrong. They don't have the tower damage. The only thing they have is Gyro. Now the Octor is cooldown for more than a minute. Roche may respawn in 2.5.
Holding cheese on
Cheese on OD.
snatching now.
He was like a millisecond away. That Roche pit fight. They didn't pop a BKB. Roared. Catch. Rocket. A lot. Rubik purchased the gem. Some D-board. Even though Fnatic, no, the D-port. The only one they have is the... When enemy has a gem, then you need to place here, high ground, that they can't reach.
Secret little spot. There's also this cool one up here where you board down. Eternal Envy has been given the cheese Lacoste. He's been screeching Abed, saying, I need it more. Been the one to get focused in a lot of these fights by the Tiny in particular, for sure.
Mid lane, 3 siege creeps.
Oh. Level 4 in a beast. Hellbear Smasher as well with that attack speed aura. Go on then, catapults. How much damage can we do with a triple? Moving forward, they'll drop the tower. Within an inch of its life here. They're just going to keep on going. They need to focus these. Yeah, there we go. OD, start slapping them around. That's a bit better. Tower down to just under 700 health. Full link into the gyro. They don't feel like they're lacking damage. Just make sure that EE doesn't get picked off. One's making up damage through their item builds. Moving around as that 5-man unit, playing kind of small map here. You know, go out. Clear some wards, plant some of your own, fall back as 5, make sure you secure the Roshan area for as long as you can. As Kinguin spreading a little bit more here. Rubik shoving out top, holding onto the gem, which is a little bit risky, but feels like they know where Fnatic are all setting up. The rest of Kinguin ready for Roshan. 2 creeps inside the pit as well. And a Hawk. There's a zoo.
Just in case.
Alright, what's the damage, Roshan? How long? 2.5 minutes. That's pretty long.
Oh, a player's disconnected.
OD still no items, just a casual plate mail because Tiny's right click for a lot. Going for a Daedalus and getting close to
toss charges. So good. Like, being able to toss someone so they can't BKB is like honestly one of the most satisfying feelings ever. Fnatic want to get these ultis out there, cycle through their cooldowns, get a big team fight win, really put their stamp on this map. Kinguin, though, giving them no opportunities, and the fact that Fnatic haven't been able to make any maneuvers to go and get any deep wards down, they just have no idea where Kinguin are.
Well, if Fnatic gets the 3rd Roche, the Refresher Shard on Tidehunter, even Gyro, even Warlock, if they want to give it, but probably Tidehunter priority. Also gets the gem. They need to have it against Shadowblade, Tiny, Glimmer Cape.
Yeah. Fnatic scrambling to shove out waves, and they're pinging now over into this area here. Try and get some offboards down in that spot. Dire, they will see what's coming across. Good little observer board.
Yeah, we didn't see a real 5 versus 5 clash for at least 15 minutes.
Dire is itching for it as well. Animation cancelling, dropping the base. Thud there. Observer ward already pre-scouted though by the sentry. Down from Kinguin, Nisha.
They already have a DJ, so dropping the base, not gonna get the job.
Shouldn't step on any toes.
No.
To really watch out for the egos out there. Hurt any field. Abed. Maybe looking for a kill onto Katsuo here. It's a difficult one to take down. Heal out should be the Astral again, of course.
Tiny is level 25 event. Avalanche cooldown, which is, in my opinion, better because it gets you to 5-second cooldown on Avalanche. Did he go? Yeah, he went for Avalanche damage. 425 damage every second AoE. Especially when the BKBs drop down low. What are we sitting at? Lacking bar on OD 10 seconds.
Used.
Unused. Once used on Gyro. Roche just spawned, but both teams know that it spawned.
That is the wraparound of wraparounds. Fnatic moving into the Roshan pit. Immediately take out the Helm creep. Dan Lenvy now afraid. This is uncharacteristic, it feels like, of Fnatic backing up from that kind of situation. They're usually the ones that are sniping out these Roshans, but Kinguin looking for an opening. They've got this ward down. There's the blink forward. Tiny toss back. Needs the BKB to deal with this OD. He pops a BKB of his own though, and Ella Sash. That's a 3-tap. 4 it takes to take him down, but now the turn. On to Capsule. Capsule won't really land on too much, but they have the reveal for Abed to get a double kill. Oh, Turn Lenby being dealt with by Exotic Deer, but now who's dealing with whom? They've got the Hurricane Pike up to the high ground and swapping the illusion. Exotic Deer is going to get out of there. The little missile hit as the BKB fades off, but Patos and Nisha really unable to do anything in that fight, which opens Roshan up for Fnatic with only 2 ultis expended. This should be simple.
Yeah, they can fight. Tiny has a BKB on cooldown, so does Ben. That's gonna be triple ulti from Tidehunter. I don't know if he even has mana ulti. He's gonna need to pop Guardian twice.
DJ scouting, blocking, making sure no one is coming in. It's like Kinguin have given up. Chances there. Patos down to bottom lane to shove this wave into the tier 3, but there is Roshan. Pressure on Universe, Aegis, and one of the cheeses on the Abed pick.
Tidehunter is still far away. I was talking about 3 Ravages. Everyone loves to see it. Yeah, that Beastmaster on the bottom lane
Double damage rune wears off, but Nisha does come in for the OD. Abed turns back, has his BKB and a cheese, so losing your Beastmaster here, Nisha will die immediately. Kinguin falling apart completely. One by one they filter in, and one by one they will die. Abed still has the cheese and the BKB. He's going to pop it, and Exotic Deer cannot finish the job. Vengeful Spirit goes for the TP with the magic immunity, but that was very wonky. It felt desperate. It felt like they knew that with the Roshan, Aegis cheese, they needed to make some kind of snap maneuver. But I'm looking at the gyro right now with the Divine Rapier. Eternal Envy's going in.
Yeah, he wants to end this game right now. They have Ravage available if he refreshes it. No cheese. Aegis on Envy.
Fatal Bonds. Black Cannon Rapier, Universe refreshes as the Ravage blinks forward, 2 men caught. Hurricane Blight cancelled mid-animation, now the hook shot forward, who did it land on? Don't know, don't care, because it's Gyro in the middle with a Rapier, and the Flat Cannon's flying. Kinguin are crumbling. Now the swap back, they do get DJ inside the fountain, but he's tanky. Toss back now onto the OD, but the Astral is there. OD has a blink up ready now, but the Avalanche, oh, dodged out, Abed gets away somehow. Look for the buildings now, as Eternal Envy with the Rapier still going and the Aegis in hand. Looking pretty damn good for Fnatic in this final game of the best of 3.
That was a dieback from a Beastmaster. They should just go for tier 4s right now. They have still Aegis and Cheese and OD.
And they still have that cooldown. 5 seconds for Chaotic Offering. That's a big hook shot from DJ. Exotic Deer's caught. Nisha slaps down Universe. That is one decent kill. The Cog stolen by Capsule. Not sure what he can do with that, but the Chaotic Offering in on their hands with a damage from Eternal Envy. Nisha nearly dead. Well, the Vengeful Spirit needs to get himself out of here, but trapped in the cogs of DJ yet again. A couple of punches on the Chaotic Offering. Abed's OD tapping down Nisha. And with that, Kinguin looks like they are down to the lower bracket. GG is called, and Fnatic will be the ones to progress through to face Team Secret.
Ooh. This is a climatic ending of a game. We didn't see that, at least our series today. Fnatic, kind of better showing. I think draft-wise, they were up in those 2 games that they won. Better decisions.